NFL star Travis Kelce is under fire from former ESPN analyst Todd McShay, who blames the Kansas City Chiefs' tight end sluggish start to the season on his high-profile romance with Taylor Swift and a summer filled with jet-setting. Has Kelce's off-field lifestyle affected his performance, or is this just a bump in the road? Travis Kelce, one of the NFL's most celebrated tight ends, has been making headlines recently, though not for his on-field prowess. Former ESPN analyst Todd McShay took a bold stance during a recent appearance on the Ryan Russillo podcast, claiming that Kelce's underwhelming start to the season stems from his jet-setting lifestyle with pop icon Taylor Swift. Kelce, who has been enjoying his time in the spotlight due to his high-profile relationship, is now facing scrutiny for what some see as a dip in his football performance. McShay didn't hold back in his critique, pointing out that Kelce's 4 receptions for just 30 yards in the Kansas City Chiefs game against the Atlanta Falcons were far from the player's usual caliber. "Every show I watch for the last few weeks, it's like, are we not allowed to say that he's out of shape?" McShay asked, alluding to Kelce's offseason filled with parties and travels. He specifically referenced the tight end's weekend in New York City with Swift, where the pair was spotted enjoying themselves at the U.S. Open after the Chiefs played the Baltimore Ravens. For McShay, this was a clear sign that Kelce might be prioritizing his glamorous off-field life over staying in peak condition. Despite some analysts attributing Kelce's slower start to being double-teamed by opposing defenses, McShay dismissed this theory. He argued that Kelce has faced heavy defensive coverage his entire career but managed to shine regardless. "The coverage and respect he gets is the same. The athlete is not," McShay said, underscoring his belief that Kelce's lack of explosiveness and visible fatigue late in games signal a deeper issue with his conditioning. Comparing photos of Kelce from preseason 2022 to preseason 2024, McShay noted that the two figures seem like barely the same human being. Though McShay's remarks were blunt, he acknowledged that Kelce is bound to bounce back. "He's one of the best to ever do it, and he still finds a way to make a play or two in clutch moments," McShay conceded. However, the analyst also emphasized that Kelce's current form is not up to the standard fans are accustomed to seeing from him. So far this season, Kelce has recorded just 8 receptions for 69 yards, with no touchdowns, a far cry from the 17 catches for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns he had by his third game last year. Interestingly, McShay stopped short of directly blaming Taylor Swift for Kelce's struggles, instead suggesting that his packed schedule, filled with commercials, podcast deals, and events, might be wearing him down. Over the summer, Kelce traveled to 7 different countries, accompanying Swift on her Eras tour and working on several high-profile projects, including landing a 6-figure podcast deal and starring in a new Ryan Murphy series. "It's impossible to carry that schedule and still put in the same amount of time for football," McShay concluded. As Kelce faces increasing scrutiny for his lifestyle, it remains to be seen whether he will regain his top form on the field. While some see his relationship with Taylor Swift and busy offseason as distractions, others believe his competitive spirit will help him bounce back. As the NFL season progresses, all eyes will be on Kelce to see if he can prove the doubters wrong and remind the world why he's one of the game's greatest.